Yeah, I thought you talk about our leaders. Luka came out and set the tone offensively and defensively. I thought he let everybody know he was ready to play. And so I thought we followed his lead. I thought, again, for a half, we played at a high level. And in the third quarter, I thought we continued to play there, and we continued to keep our lead. And I thought, again, Luka was able to be aggressive. And then Kai joined the party. And when those two are going, I thought, again, for them to come back after maybe not a great game in Game 4, those two responded at a high level, and they carried us tonight. But a great team effort. Incredible to be atop the Western Conference. Minnesota is well coached. They're a really good team. And we're just happy to be able to represent the Western Conference in the finals.
Fitting that you guys did it on the road. It's your fifth straight road win. And a lot of your big wins during the playoffs have been on the road.
Yeah, I think it goes back to year one. I think we've had some big games, road wins. When you talk about the Game 7 Phoenix, where Luka, again, showed out. And so, again, for Luka to come in Game 5 on the road, understanding they felt confident because they got the win to extend the series. But, again, I guess our pace was extremely high. And we got the misses and we ran, and we could see a little fatigue. And I think we took a full advantage of that with them being tired.
What's going through your mind when you see Luka come out? He scores in the first couple of possessions. He's got 12, 2.5 minutes in the game, and he's snarling at the crowd. He's kind of full Luka mode.
He was definitely Luka Magic mode, and just thinking about, is he going to play all 48? Why not if he's going like that? But again, I thought he set the tone, and then he just made it easier for everybody else, and everybody else stepped up.
What was Kyrie able to do tonight, Jason, particularly in that second half?
Yeah, I thought just being able to use his speed to get to the rim, and then he was playing off of Luka, and he got a lot of great looks, wide open looks. But then also being able to pull up, going full speed. His ability to stop on a dime and shoot the midi was at a high rate, and those are the same shots we got in Game 4. It just didn't go down for us.
Jason, when you see that full Luka sicko mode, like Tim referenced, obviously the one that comes to mind is Game 7 against the Phoenix Suns. Yeah. Does it remind you of that? Does it remind you of other games that you've seen from Luka?
I've seen a lot of games, but Game 7 in Phoenix, and this one was very close to that, where he took the crowd out of the game right off the bat. And he let his teammates know that it's time, that we got to take it up a notch, and they joined the party. But he sent the invites out, and they all came, but he was ready to go. And so, as a leader, that's what you need on the road against a very talented team, to let them know that it was going to be hard tonight, and he definitely did that.
Kyrie getting back to the finals, and also how he kept you guys afloat in the second half.
Yeah, I think when you look at Kai's leadership and his ability, he's a winner. He wants to win, and he does all the things to do that. I think for Kai to be able to play off of Luka and vice versa, but there in the first half, Luka sent the message to Kai, and Kai got the message and took it in the second half. And so when you have two scorers like that and two willing passers, we got wide open looks tonight, and the ball was moving. We took care of the ball, and we made shots, and we put a lot of pressure on Minnesota's offense.
For Luka to make it to his first finals, what does it say about his place in the league and this journey he's on to be one of the greatest?
Well, we believe he is one of the greatest. I think that's up to the media to write. I mean, you guys will place him in a place of great GOAT debates. And so for us, what he's done this season of, playing faster, playing defense, doing all the little things, and then he's never shied from taking responsibility. And today is just another example of his maturity of being able to end the series. And he did that, after the jump ball.
You got Derek Lively back tonight. What was going on through your mind when he hit the floor again on that flagrant foul with Nas Reed?
Yeah, I thought, again, I said it pregame, his energy, his spirit, that's what we needed from him. And he gave that to us. The defense, being able to rebound the ball, and then the vertical game on the offensive end was great. Again, the hit to the head was a flagrant foul. Unfortunately, I think he only made one free throw, but he was fine. We got him up a little bit quicker than last time, but as a rookie, he's very important to what we do on both ends, but just his energy and the confidence that his teammates have when he's on the floor is pretty special.
You don't see teams go from lottery to finals in the span of 1 year. Pretty unconventional path, to say the least. What do you think the keys were for you guys being able to take such a massive leap really throughout the course of the season, and it seems like you're peaking at this point?
Yeah, I think just understanding, just work. It doesn't happen a lot of times. You go from lottery to the finals, but we truly believe that we had the pieces. Sometimes you take a step back to view what you have, to be able to get D-Live in that process and OMAX, and then to be able to sign the free agents, Exum and D. Jones, and then add the pieces of Gaff and PJ. It just, puts us in a position to be competitive with the best teams in the league. Now, does that mean we win every night? No, but we come back to work the next day and we get better. We look at the mistakes that we've made, and that group is, a tight-knit group, and they truly believe that they can win if given the opportunity.
Jason, your playoff road, all year, never had home court advantage, beating 350-win teams. How prepared for the finals do you feel, given the competition that you've played up until this point?
Yeah, I think every series has helped us for the next series. And this series is no different. We're going to see 5 out. Boston shoots the 3 at a high rate. They have a lot of talented players. They've been there before. They have the experience. They're well coached. And so this is another great test. 2 of the best teams left. But when you look at what Boston does by spreading you out, and then on the defensive end, they're going to compete defensively. So this is a great test for us.
Jason, how satisfying is that when you look back when the trade happened, that Kyrie came over, and there was a lot of talking. Many people didn't see how the fit is going, to be with the Mavs, and to be now in the situation. So how satisfying is that feeling?
Yeah, it's great. We know we still have a lot of work to do, but it's great to have Kai. When you have talent, to be able to have a talented young man like Kai, who's playing at a high level. A lot of people missed on it, but it's all right, because now they're writing about that it does fit. But those two worked at it. It just didn't happen overnight, and that's a beautiful thing. And so it's all right to be wrong. We're not always right, but it's a beautiful combination. Those two play off of each other, and you can see that they care about one another. They're in competition right now. It's who's playing the best defense, and that's kind of cool to see, because when you look at Kai and Luka, a lot of times they're not known for our defensive, guys, but they're competing, and it's fun to see internally, and it's a healthy thing.
Jason, you've seen what the city's like when you guys are in the finals. Just talk about the fans, and everybody's ready for this. And Rangers got it kicked off this year. Just talk about bringing it back.
Yeah, I think when you talk about Dallas, the city is an incredible sports town. When you talk about the Rangers and what they did this past season in Major League Baseball, you have the Stars fighting for the Cup, to have us in the finals. So when you talk about Dallas, it's a great sports town, but it's a hot city right now, with all the sports teams playing for a trophy. So it's an exciting time to be a fan in Dallas.
Jason, what is it like for you to go back to the championship round with this franchise, but in a different role?
Yeah, it's humbling. It's surreal. To be on as a player to win a championship was I guess we weren't favored to win a championship, and so to be able to pull that off as a player, and now to be able to help guide these young men as a coach to to win a championship, it's just surreal, and it's a lot of fun. It can be nerve-wracking at times, but it's been a highlight of my basketball journey. And so, we got to find a way to beat Boston. We got 4 games to try to figure that out, and so it's surreal, but it's been fun. It's not easy. It's not easy to be a coach in this league, but as I've told people, I can care less what you write about me. It's all about that group in that locker room, and that group responds, and that's what it's all about.
Short guys, please.
You had 12 points in 4 minutes. What's going through your head early in the game?
Set the tone. Just got to set the tone. That's about it.
Your dad almost didn't make it here, but he was certainly there by the end. What did it mean to have him, as you go to your first NBA Finals?
Yeah, a lot. They had a 7-hour delay, but he made it, so it meant a lot to be here.
We've seen you do this before in Phoenix, where you just kind of rip the hearts out of the crowd on the road in an elimination game. What is that? How would you describe that feeling to demoralize the crowd on the road in this situation?
It's a good feeling, man. I can't lie. Just go out there, and, it's us against them. Just stay together. But that feeling is great.
Was there one fan in particular that you kept going at early on? And
yeah.
What was that about?
I can't tell you. If I tell you, I can sue him. But that gets me going. Everybody knows that by now, so just gotta do it.
And then, you guys obviously last year disappointing, end up in the lottery. To make this leap, what do you think were kind of the key developments to make this happen just in the span of a year?
Insane. I think we got a great team, but most importantly, we got great guys on the team. From players to coaches to everybody in the team, we have great guys, and that's the most important thing. Like I said, we stay together and we just play basketball. Especially I think we beat 3 very, very, very good teams, and having home advantage, which is pretty good for us.
For you personally, growing up watching the NBA from afar, maybe watching the NBA Finals late at night, what does it mean to you to reach this plateau?
I didn't watch because it was 4 in the morning. I couldn't. I had school next day.
What does it mean to you personally to reach this milestone 6 years into your career?
Means a lot, man. Means a lot. It's not easy. It was very hard road. Very hard, but we are here. Obviously we're not done. We need 4 more, but I think today we all deserve to enjoy this win.
You've had great games and closeouts at home, but on the road, is it sweeter?
Way sweeter, yeah.
Why? I mean, just because the crowd is gonna be in there. When you scored a bucket, when we scored, it gets a little bit quieter. So that's why it's sweeter. But it doesn't matter if we win at home, if we win away. We just want to win. And when you think of Boston, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I mean, they're the best team in the NBA. They had by far the best record. They have some incredible weapons on offense and defense. So we're gonna have to play really hard and amazing basketball to beat them. Sorry? Jason Kidd, I can't hear you, sorry.
Can you talk about how much Jason Kidd has meant this team and influence he had in you guys as well?
A lot. In everybody, too. He understands me and Kyrie's role because he's been in that role, so he helps us a lot. But everybody, he kept everybody together. We were down a lot, especially during the season. It was ups and downs all the time, but he kept us together. A lot. Like I always tell you guys, it's been great to have him. It helped me mature. It helped me see the basketball in a little bit different way. So everybody's glad he's on our team.
Luka, tu sonrisa lo dice todo. Viendo lo que ha sido tu camino, tu trayectoria con este equipo, hoy ver el trofeo frente a ti de MVP de las finales del Oeste, guiar a este grupo a las finales, ¿qué son esas emociones, esas sensaciones?
Son emociones muy, muy buenas. Ese trofeo es para todos, es de todo el equipo. Sin este equipo, sin estos jugadores, entrenadores, no estuviera aquí. Así que gracias a ellos puedo tener este trofeo.
Luka, 2 years ago, you guys were here as the younger team playing against an experienced Golden State team. Now that role kind of reversed. Do you feel the difference in experience from 2022 to now?
I wouldn't say reverse. I think we have a young team. Outside of Kyrie, Kyrie getting old. But, we're a young team still. No, I think there's a lot of people that wasn't in playoffs. We had that talk before players, everybody together. And we just play. We like to play basketball. We like to play together. That's it. Oh, I'm old too. Yeah, me and Kyrie, we were the old heads on the group. And Keith. We the past 30 years.
Where does that trophy go on the trophy case? Middle, off to the side?
Home, out of nowhere.
What's in the middle? Is that Eurobasket still, or?
I don't have that trophy. I wish I had. I have the EuroLeague trophy, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, maybe in 4 more wins, you might have one to go in the middle.
Hopefully, that one for sure. If we make it. Thank you. All right. Done for injuries today.
Kyrie, you've mentioned many times during this postseason, you've been waiting 7 years to get back to the stage. How does it feel, and especially coming off the way things went last year, after you got to Dallas?
It feels great, man. Definitely don't take this moment for granted because of how hard we had to work to get here, and we had to earn our spot into the NBA Finals. And we had to go against some great opponents, OKC, Clippers, Wolves, and I feel like they got us better as a team. They really challenged us on the defensive end, made us focus in, and I thanked every single one of them, like I did the previous 2 series, for making me better. And it has been 7 long years, but it's also felt like the right amount of time, in order to reward myself, be in the locker room with my teammates and enjoying it. A long time coming, so we are going to enjoy this, but we obviously know this is just a pit stop in the journey, and we got to get ready for that court turning gold, as I like to say. The shoes turn gold, the jerseys turn gold, and as a kid, that's what you dream of, getting to is the finals and being able to play against the best of the best with the whole world watching.
And tonight, Luke obviously comes out and he's hitting shots, he's sneering at the crowd. It's kind of the full Luka experience to start things off. What's your feeling when you see him in that mode to open the game?
Man, I was enjoying it just like everyone else was. He had 20 points, I think, in like 6 minutes or 7 minutes, and you're just watching a special performance take place. But, as a teammate, you just want to continue to do the little things to bring the lead a little bit further along and just continue to play well. We were happy where we were, but we weren't satisfied because we knew it was a long game. But when Luka starts off the game like that, we're a tough team to beat. So, kudos to him having a great series, a great playoff run in general, but just leading us that way and being able to kind of ease the tension a little bit and the emotions, starting off the game. You see our guy, Luka, scoring 20 like that, it eases everybody's pressure a little bit.
What was going through your mind? Get 0, you guys have the ceremony, you're walking into the locker room with the trophy. What's kind of racing through your mind at that time?
Man, just trying to enjoy the moment with my teammates and just think about, the way we felt during shoot-around, all the preparation it took to get to this moment. We couldn't avoid the future if we wanted to. It was coming anyway. So, I just had that utmost confidence when I was going to sleep last night, waking up and shooting around, like I said, and just feeling like we were going to play one of our best games. And you didn't know how it was going to happen, but I felt that way. And that's the type of confidence that, I felt majority of this playoffs is just, no matter what's going on in the beginning of the game, middle of the game, before the game, our words of affirmation and positivity go a long way, and just making sure we settle the group, get ready.
For someone who got here early in his career, then had an absence, and then got back to it, where's your appreciation level for?
I had 3 years of losing. Yeah, I had 3 years of losing in Cleveland, as people like to remind me of, where I did nothing without certain guys on the team. So, I like to relish in those challenges because when you are a young player, you do take it for granted to a certain degree. But now that I'm in my 30s and I'm able to kind of stand in my own square more comfortably, more confidently, and know what my presence holds, know what my leadership is capable of doing when I'm around good people and they're supporting me selflessly. You just look back at all the failures, just on the other side of success. So just continue to chop wood, carry water, stay poised, make sure that we keep the main thing, and acknowledge how far we've grown and how long it took to get to this moment. So I try to quantify the last 7 years, but it's really been my whole entire career. This is a long career, and I like to look at it that way. It's a journey. So grateful to be here with my teammates, though, and our staff, and everybody doing the little things for us to stay prepared and, just give us that good energy, man. I felt it all around us tonight.
Kyrie, to that point, as this team came together and kept getting better, your teammates, your coaches, they talked a lot about the impact you have off the court and your leadership style and your voice. And really, your story feels like it's changing a bit right now. And on the one hand, I know you've always tried to block that out, but what does it mean to have some of that energy starting to get recognized out in this space?
What do you mean?
I mean, the way you interact with your teammates, the way you lift the guys up, and coming off a couple of years of a lot of negativity and having the energy. Just in the public. I mean, Brooklyn, Boston, you're going to see your own team now. I mean, the mood has changed. No, just how does it feel to have it recognized?
What do you mean, like recognized for what?
The way that you're impacting the team.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. I just was trying to figure out where you. No, I think I'm grateful because it was an easy road, and I was able to grow as a person way beyond, as quick as I was growing as a player. And when you're in a professional environment such as this and you can only be judged by your on-court performances and what people say off the court and they don't know who you are, I think that's a little unfair. But that's the life we live in, and then life is not fair all the time. So I just stopped being a kid towards this industry and really grew up and grew my wings. I had another phrase I wanted to say, but I just developed a mentality to be able to brush off a lot of that stuff and realize that, when they're talking about me or saying things about me as a teammate, it's been a lot of people. I don't want, it's too many people to name, but that's not where my focus has been. It's always been on making sure my teammates understand who I am and what I want to accomplish with them, and being selfless in my approach, and also realizing that, everyone's going to have a past. Everyone's going to be judged for that. But I think putting your best foot forward and focus on the future is the best place to be. All the stories and narratives are going to exist forever. I'm sure I'll hear it until I retire. But again, this is what comes with this industry. This is a very young league. It's 75 years, 76 years in the making. People think it's like 100+ years like other leagues, but there are no rules in this. And being a professional and coming to work every single day, that's what I want to be remembered as. And my off-the-court aspects of making people better or them making me better is something I like to lay my hat on too, because it matters as a human being. I've been there for these guys. They've been there for me. I've told them some very intimate things, very vulnerable things about who I am and what I've dealt with, and they've been able to really shower me with the support and love that's needed for any human being, not just because I'm Kyrie Irving and the way that they, see me in the public eye. They really protect me, and I protect them, and I'm grateful for them. That's all I've ever asked for, is from an organization or my teammates, is for them to protect me the same way I protect them, because I go out of my way to speak good things about people, to be in the right place for them, and understand that human emotions can get the best of you, but how you respond is how you're
going to be solidified in one spot for a good amount of time, where you're going to be off to the next. At the end of the day, I took it as just another door to open for me. It was another opportunity for me to just, better myself and better just like my career at the end of the day. So, I take it like that. I stay patient with everything, and I just am grateful for every, situational position that I'm always in, no matter if it's, with a non-playoff team or a playoff team. I keep my head high, try to stay motivated, and I just have as many people pushing me to be the best I can be, So I just come out and I just play hard.
what's going through your head when you kind of see Luka come out right off the bat and have like 12 points in 2 minutes?
I knew it was going to be a long night for whoever was in front of him, At the end of the day, I just, set a screen, got him downhill. I thought I set a good enough screen, then I turn around, he's shooting from half court and making it. So I was just like, at this point, I don't even need to set a screen for you, brother. So he had it going early, and we just had to, I would say, just piggyback off of the energy he started with. He set the tone, and we just had to really just kind of like follow suit.
What's this like for you, Gafford, your journey, all the way back to your rookie season, and now you're going to the NBA Finals for the first time?
All I got to say is I'm blessed. I've been in situations where I felt like I was way less of a player than what I showed tonight. And just kind of being in this situation, it shows me that whenever you put your head down and work, you put love into the game, and it gives love back. So I cherish every moment. I come out and I try to be the best that I can be. I try to be better than the day before, always, and just put the next foot forward and just try to stay motivated and stay encouraged and just do as much as I possibly can, just help the team win.
Yeah, Luka set the tone there with 20 points in the first quarter. What did you see from Kyrie out there tonight?
I seen he was poised. He did, what Kyrie does. At the end of the day, he made sure he got to his spots. He got downhill, and the energy that he had today too. It was just, him and Luka. They were the double-headed snake. We just had to, be the tail at the end of the day and just follow in behind those guys. They led us. They stayed motivated. They stayed positive. It was a lot of frustration in the last game, I would say. We came out with just like a whole different mindset, just coming out, staying positive, not necessarily, being satisfied with what was going on with the game. We wanted to stay greedy the whole game, and that's what we did.
You've played against Boston probably a little more than these guys being with Washington. What's your early thought on going against them?
But in all honesty, this will be my third time this year playing against them. The first time I got a chance to play against them, I was hurt in Washington. I messed up my ankle. And then I got traded like right before Washington went to Boston. And I think the only time that I actually got a chance to play against them this year was when I first got here. So, it's going to be a good experience. It's really going to test just like my defensive ability and just, what I can do and just having energy on the floor. Like I said, I do whatever it takes to just pretty much just help the team win. And just coming out with energy and making sure, I set the tone physically, emotionally, whatever it takes, just to help the team win. That's what exactly I'm going to do.
What's the locker room right now? What do you think the flight home's going to be? I know you guys are going to lock in and all that stuff, at some point. But, like, for this brief time that you let yourself celebrate, what's it like right now? What's it going to be like?
We're embracing the success that we had tonight. It's not every day you get to be in the Western Conference Finals and winning it, especially on the road. It was a great atmosphere here. We played against a great team. They got one against us, and we just had to come out with just like, that mindset is like, we're not going to let them get another one at the end of the day. So we came out and we handled business, and we're enjoying just, how much work we put into it. So I would say we enjoy this till midnight, get back ready to take that next step, make that push for that last thing.
What's your response to what you guys got from Blavy tonight, and what was your first reaction when he was on the floor again?
I mean, my first reaction to him on the floor, he's a tough cookie. It takes a lot to keep him down. I knew that we were all for sure worried, just like, he was down, he got hit in his neck again. Thought he was for sure banged up pretty much. He was going to go back to the locker room, but he pushed through it, and that shows resilience, especially from a young guy. And just with what he did tonight, he came out and he did what he always does. Have energy, anything around the rim, he puts it in the rim, he blocks shots. Just being out there and just, being a monster. We tell each other that every time. Whenever I come out, he tells me that. Well, whenever I come out, I tell him that, and he tells me the same thing when I start off. So it's just, we just, always have to keep him motivated and keep him lifted from just like all the stuff that he's been through. He's been through a lot. And just being there for him is just something that it shows just like, the togetherness from this team, and we just have to make sure night in, night out we do that.
Daniel, coming to Dallas and watching Luka and Kyrie together, why do you think they've gelled so well together?
In all honesty, it's just, I would say it's the patience when it comes to just, being around each other. At the end of the day, it was, when I was first seeing just like the trade with Kyrie got here, they said, him and Luka's not going to work well. They're working pretty good together right now, if I do say so myself. So whoever said that, they obviously need to go get their eyes checked. So, but in all honesty, just watching it, I mean, it's just greatness. One player has been in this situation before. Another one is trying to, for sure be in this situation consistently. And Kyrie, he leads the team, positive vibes 24/7 from him, no matter what goes on throughout the game. And, I think Luka is learning to just kind of like, take that next step and to try to be able to do the same thing. So it's just great to just see how, guys progress and just like manifest just like the positive mindset when it comes to just, within the team.